Hello, my name's Lewis, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the 100-400 telephoto lens. So this lens is for somebody who travels to the photo shoot or spends all day out taking photographs and wants the benefit of the telephoto zoom but needs to keep it nice, compact and lightweight. Considering the size of the lens and just what it can give you, so it's a 100-400mm focal length, which if you compare that to a full frame equivalent, you're looking at up to 800mm, and it has an aperture of 5 to 6.3, and it weighs in at only 1,120 grams. So it can be carried around with you all day on a photo shoot. And pair this with the fact that you don't even need a tripod because it has image stabilizer built into the lens, which will accommodate for up to 3 EV stops of compensation. So it means that you can shoot up at 400mm without getting too much camera shake. But if your photograph requires a tripod, then you'll be pleased to know that the tripod collar that is included with the lens is Arca Swiss compatible, meaning on most tripods that are out there you won't need to attach the tripod plate to the lens itself. And when you are mounted to the tripod, it means you can rotate the camera from horizontal to landscape format quickly and easily without having to remove it off the tripod itself. Whilst we are talking about the exterior of the lens then, you will notice that there are 4 switches on there. One of them being the lock switch, which will lock the focal length to 100mm, which means that whilst you are travelling around and the lens is in the bag, you don't have to worry about it zooming in or out on its own. The other ones are your autofocus and manual focus switch. You then also have your image stabilizer switch to be on or off. And then lastly, you have the focus limiter switch, which will limit you from 1.3 meters to infinity, or you have between 1.3 and 6 meters, or 6 meters and infinity. So if you are wanting to focus on something a little bit closer between that 1.3 and 6 meters, then you can switch it on the limiter switch to speed up the focusing. Or if you are wanting to focus on something beyond 6 meters, then you can switch it to that one, and then your focusing will be a lot speedier and a lot more reliable because it's not hunting through the whole range. If you don't know what you're going to be doing though, and you don't want the limiter on, you can pop it in the middle setting and it will focus throughout the whole range. Whilst we're on the topic of focusing then, you may well have caught on that the closest focusing distance for this lens is 1.3 meters, and that applies from 100 right up to 400mm, so you could effectively use it as a macro lens as well. And this is down to the high level of engineering gone into the optics. It has 21 elements in 15 groups. So there's a lot of glass in there doing a lot of work to ensure that you don't have any colour bleeding, any ghosting, any lens aberration or refraction. It even features the zero coating that you will have seen on some of the pro lenses as well. All coming into one lens to make sure that you get the best result every time. You can also attach teleconverters to this. So for example, the 2x converter will double the focal length. So you would effectively have full frame equivalent of a 1600mm lens in something that is so compact and lightweight. So when you put all this together, you start to realise that this is fantastic value and a great way for photographers to get that extra reach on their sports and wildlife photography. I hope this has answered a few questions for you. Thank you for watching, and hopefully we will see you on the next one.